Hey, speaking of moving on.
Yeah.
What do we got?
The Sovereign. Ooh. This is absolutely a single cask from Caol Ila, 7 years old. Bottle 110 of 556 from a sherry finished. It was a sherry finished, but I don't know what that means. Sherry finished.
We've run into that in sherry casks.
We've run into that before. Yeah, it's got to have been transferred into sherry casks, right?
It says aged in a sherry finished butt. So I don't think the whiskey was finished. I think the sherry butt was used. I think why didn't they just say aged in a sherry butt?
Because it was probably only like maybe a month or two before it was bottled.
I mean, they do that. They do finish it in certain things, but this actually says aged in a sherry butt. So I'm going to think it's all been in that one cask the whole time. 7 years, 59.5%. So we're going up. Sovereign, another independent bottler.
Yeah, so that's another one that comes up a lot, the Sovereign. I want to say, like, I don't think I've ever had something that you've pulled out that was the Sovereign that wasn't pretty exceptional. Like, I feel like those people know what they're doing.
Yeah, just the smell of it is like, I'm feeling like I'm getting hit with like fresh cherries.
Yeah, because I do get, nice. It's like, like when you pull out a Scotch whiskey, or when you pull out a Whiskey Society one, I get excited, and I get excited when I see the Sovereign as well. So obviously.
Yeah. It smells like dessert, like pure brulee.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like cherry cheesecake.
Sawdust.
It's like cherry cheesecake.
It's so lovely.
Oh boy, I could just sit in the nose of this one for some time.
Yeah,
right?
that is delicious. I'm gonna call this. I have a feeling that the when we sip this, it's gonna be very different than the nose. That's my guess.
Really?
I think it's going to be very different. I think it's going to be good, but it's going to be this because this sets you up for something that you're expecting, and I don't think it's going to be. I don't think because this is
going to be some classic misdirection.
This smells like dessert. Like it smells like cherry cheesecake to me.
Have you ever smelled something that's you enjoy smelling it more than tasting it?
Yes.
Yeah. Coffee.
What is that thing? Coffee? But
I love coffee. But I do like the smell of it.
The aroma of coffee. Yeah.
It's this, and then the flavors like it's still pretty good, but it's like bread is something else that smells better than it tastes.
Certain goat cheeses for me.
I don't like goat cheese.
Cheeses.
Certain ones.
I don't like any goat cheeses.
I keep hearing goat Jesus.
I'm not a fan of goat Jesus.
It's the mustache. I apologize. It's goat cheeses.
Goat Jesus was a false prophet. He misled the Rams.
A lot of people think that, but it's not true. As Aries, we're all Aries. We should respect that.
I don't respect goat Jesus.
You're a sinner. You've been bad.
You need to be baptized.
I've always resonated. The goat lord has always been my lord of choice.
Oh, you are going to have your taste buds blown away with this.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Whoa, that is not what I expected. Why is it bitter?
Oh, boy. Yeah, there's a kind of bitterness at the end, but it's got this big plank of 2x4. It just whacks you in the tongue.
Yeah.
Cow, I'm watching all your faces right now, and it's just like, I did not expect that flavor profile to be read across your face.
I was right, though. It does not taste like cherries. This is like a completely, you smell it, it's one thing, you taste it, and it's like over there.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
It tastes like it tastes way more earthy than it leads you on to believe it's going to.
In the nose?
In the nose.
Ooh, yes.
Ooh.
I want to science it immediately.
Oh my God. I don't know if I want to. I really like what it's doing.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this.
I'm worried that the bitterness will overpower.
Yeah, because the bitterness is there, but it's not like it's just enough. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm interested to see what Alex says. I'm always interested when people science.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of science.
Oh.
So is it almost like in terms of bitterness, like some dark chocolates when you get to like 70 and 85% are so bitter that they give a different level.
I would kind of relate it to
Maybe.
that more than it would be like a lemon or a lime kind of bitterness. This is
Yeah, it's like a dark chocolate that isn't that hasn't been sweetened really, but it has salt in it. I think that's what it reminds me of.
I would absolutely love that then.
Yeah.
a little coastal.
I love dark chocolate with a little bit of fleur de lis too. Fleur de
Sorry,
sel,
Corey, I
sorry.
picked your two wrong.
No,
I picked
no,
one of the two wrong.
I loved the Talisker, and I've had Octomore before of a different variety, so I'm excited.
Yeah,
to
I
try
think
this.
you've had the 6 before. We're going to go on to the 7.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like with the water droplets, the initial hit feels very much the same as without the water, without the science. But what the added later on, like the after effect, ends up being you get that sweetness to return a little bit.
Oh,
Oh,
All right.
wow.
I'll
Right,
try it.
trying it.
Experience. It started to taste a little more chocolatey, malty towards the end.
Yeah, if it's not bringing that bitterness, then I think that I'm definitely interested in giving it a try.
Still
Did
bitter
everyone
initially.
science?
I did after
I did.
Alex's review. Yeah, we'll try
Wow,
it.
I think it is even more sweet in a good way. Like I can take, because I can breathe it in more. Like the alcohol isn't burning me as much, so I can really
Right.
get that nose is.
Yeah.
I really like what it does to the nose.
It creates more space in the taste. It's not so much the plank hitting your tongue of wood.
That's what it is.
I like this more with the water.
I think
Wow.
You too.
I like it more with the water. Yeah, it takes that plank away. Oh man.
Sometimes you got to
You know,
take the
rare
plank
move.
away.
Sometimes you gotta take the
So
plank away.
if I was gonna build a house in this one would be like it'd probably be like the house of Bilbo Baggins. Like it'd be a nice hobbit
Yeah.
hole in the
Ah,
Shire. Really
nice.
comforting. It's sweet, but there's a warm fire. But there's also savory stuff. There's like sweet stuff and savory stuff, and there's they're in their proper places. Everything's in its proper spot. I guess pretty much this entire journey is going to be Middle Earth for me. I think.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like it's like the
That
sun
nose.
setting on a Norwegian fjord or something.
Ooh,
Oh boy.
nice.
wow.
Evocative. Seriously, in a good way.
This is an
That
evocative
wasn't-
whiskey.
I wasn't like evocative, Alex.
Evocative, Alex. I'm Joseph. This is my impression of
Oh
myself.
God! Oh my God! That is how I sound.
That's exactly how you sound.
Yeah, for me, this is like a chocolatier returns to his home and he realizes he's got a barrel of cherries, and so he decides, even though his work is done for the day, he decides to take the cherries and he decides to dip them into warm chocolate and then set them out on a ledge to cool.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
Rainy-
evocative.
Is it like Rainier cherries or like a dark red seeded cherry?
Like a dark cherry.
dark-
They all have seeds, don't they? Oh, pits. Yeah,
If they're natural.
they're natural.
This is. I just want to like nose this for forever. It's such a delightful
Yeah.
nose.
Put this inside your mask and then just go for a walk.
Mhm.
Yeah. Plus, it'll kill all the virus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it might.
It's
Science.
59.9. It's not
I mean-
quite, or 59.5. It's not quite there.
It's not quite at killing levels yet.
Yeah.
It's better science than some people think.
I got a like a high end mask. Like it's like a like I've kind of upgraded to like the Mad Max sort of like
Yep.
Yes.
yeah. Because I feel like this is going to be a while.
I think so.
Oh,
Agreed.
man. This I'm gonna save this one. The little bit I have left in there. This is so nice,
Oh,
Andrew.
boy.
Such a
Oh,
good
yeah.
touch.
And this
All
is
right.
why I like to give you extra, so you can
Yeah.
come back to it.
I wanna
Again,
share-
Andrew, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long do would these bottles last?
Oh, because they're so small, there's very little air on the whiskey. You can probably save these for years.
Nice.
Yeah, there's no cork, so there's
Sorry, I
nothing
got very
to
excited about
to
that.
disintegrate. Yeah.
Except
But you need these bottles back.
I want the bottles back because I've only got a finite
Oh.
amount, and we have to continue the shows. And with 3 of you today, there's a lot of bottles out. So that's
But
all.
you never
We're
gave
not
me a
giving back
bottle.
the tiny bottles. These
What?
are our property now.
No, I want them.
Yeah, you never gave me this bottle.
What?
It never
No,
We
happened.
didn't.
I see it.
We didn't sign anything. Okay. You should have had a lawyer draft up a contract.
That is my favorite Scotch.
Yeah, it was really good.
Is that your favorite sovereign you've had?
It's hard to say. I've had so many good sovereigns. It's definitely my favorite sovereign today.
For now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, sovereign knows what they're doing.